You know, and it's about, I was doing some research on the 80s, and that's what I came up with. No, I was only 10, so I don't really know what it is. There's a lot of coughing going on. Okay, so I should fess up. Most of you probably know me, and for the three that don't, I'm primarily an actor, and I'm really blessed to have an opportunity to sing, you know, at times like this and get things off my chest. But I wanted to include something in the show from the current Broadway season. And again, when I wrote the show, there were these songs that I couldn't decide on, and of course all those shows are closed now. Some are on the road. And one show just closed like 2 weeks ago, and I sang a song from that as well, but it wasn't even open when I did the show. And then I recorded it, and now it's closed, and you know, my shot at that one's gone now too. So, God, I'm getting old. Anyway, my point is that I couldn't decide on a song for this slot between these three roles. One is a role that I'm dying to play, but I wouldn't get to play until I'm significantly more famous, and by then nobody will do it. And then the other one I would love to do, but I need some gender reassignment surgery in Amsterdam. And I like who I am, so that's not going to happen. But and the third one I won't get to play until I'm a little bit older. But I was very blessed to do a new studio cast recording of it a few years ago, and got to lay down all those songs, get them in my belt. And so I realized the reason I couldn't decide between the three songs is because they're all addressing the same subject, which is that sometimes the overture is made for you when you're not paying attention. Love sneaks in when everything seems quiet, sets the bait. Like a fool, you buy it. Your famous self-possessions vanished from your repertoire. This is what can happen when you leave the door ajar, and love sneaks in and whispers to you sweetly silly words that change your life completely. You're fumbling in the dark. The master's now the mark. You're out of luck once love snuck in on you. The player has been nicely played. The mocker's now the mocked. This is what can happen when you leave the door unlocked, and love sneaks through and whispers to you sweetly. The sighs, the smirks, the stale old defenses. What's gone is what you were. What's left is all a blur. You're stung, you're stuck for love. In public we vowed we love aloud, when was dividing day? Was it on the church step? Did it happen right away? Were you lying next to me, hiding things you couldn't say? How could I have guessed? Was your cheek upon my chest? An ocean away. When was dividing? Do you recall that windy little beach we walked along? That afternoon in fall, that afternoon we met. A fellow with a concertina sang. What was the song? Strange what we recall, and odd what we forget. I heard la-da-da-da-da-da as we walked on the sand. I heard la-da-da-da. I believe it was early September. Through the crash of the waves, I could tell that the words were romantic. Something about sharing, something about always. Though the years race along, I still think of our song on the sand. And I still try and search for the words I can barely remember. Though the time tumbles by, there is one thing that I am forever certain of. I hear la-da-da-da-da-da, and I'm young and in love. I believe it was early September. Through the crash of the waves, I could tell that the words were romantic. Something about caring, something about always. Though the years race along, I still think of our song on the sand. And I still try and search for the words I can barely remember. Though the time tumbles by, there is one thing that I am forever certain of. I